There's a lot of buzz in social media among the youth about the changes to the US, UK, Australia visa regulation, especially when it comes to student visas. And these regulations and the changes and the new announcements are making it uh, tough for students, and many students, young students aspiring for education abroad, are questioning their future and wondering about what is in store for them. And I can say from experience that I was also a student once, long ago. Went to the US to do my master's, did my MBA, and after that had a 2 decade long successful career working in global tech. What's worth keeping in mind is the uncertainty among the youth has always been there. Uncertainty when it comes to visa, when it comes to local regulations. So let's look at what and why. You must surely have seen the news about Indian students in Prince Edward Island in Canada protesting about changes to visa regulations that could impact their future, their future studies, and also their ability to seek visa and continue to stay in Canada. Likewise, um, UK set the ball rolling earlier this year when Rishi Sunak tweeted about tightening visa regulations for students and their dependents coming to the UK. Likewise, Australia has announced major changes, and US Embassy has also been tightening regulations in India and has announced some regulatory changes. Now, all this is likely to continue and will continue to weigh in the minds of students planning to go abroad. So, what does it all mean? What it means for student visas and students aspiring for visas to go abroad. Student visas will continue to be a great way to broaden one's horizon and imbibe new cultures. They are certainly an opportunity to get educated at some of the world renowned institutions and to learn under great educators. But student visas aren't a sure way of getting a work visa and to eventually settle in host nation. Visa rules continue to be tightened in Western nations. You got to watch out. They aren't a great investment, quote unquote. They aren't a great investment for a middle class family, especially if you're investing one's time and money to simply pursue some course at a low tier for profit institution somewhere abroad. Spending millions of rupees on traveling to an unknown or dubious institution is simply a waste of money if you are eventually going to be forced to return back to India. Bottom line, genuine scholars pursuing world class education will continue to be welcomed by host nations in the West and in other countries. And if you aren't a great scholar, if you are not really interested in studies but hoping to use a visa or a student visa to simply go abroad and eventually settle there, get a work visa, things are going to be tight. Think, think really clearly.